Therefore, can you safely say na kahit sino-sino diyang auxiliary ng Coast Guard ay wala silang, they are not posing a threat to our national security?
Kwento ng ibang mga Pilipino na sumapi or gusto pang sumapi sa PCG Auxiliary, actually hirap po silang maka-apply. May matinding vetting process, as should be naman po, para makapasok sila. Pero bakit itong 36 dati or si Mr. C ngayon ay di umanong mga dayuhan naman pala, nationals pa ng isang bansa na nang bupuli sa atin, pero sila nakapasok at nakatanggapan ng mataas na ranggo.
Last year and the year before that, I've been asking that question from the military and the DND, bakit pinayagan at hindi ako nabibigyan pa rin ng tamang sagot up to now? Why? Ba't nyo inaalaw yon? Na we're talking about espionage here, right? This is our main topic here. Pero ba't natin pinayagan yung isang Chinese telecommunication company na magkaroon ng tower sa loob mismo ng Camp Aguinaldo?
Senator Risa?
Salamat, Mr. Chair. Guided by yung paalala ni Senator Ping na wrapping up hearing ito, ilang tanong na lang muna na follow-up dun sa nasimulan na rin ni Senator Ping. Una po tungkol dun sa signals intelligence-related activities. Nasimulan na nilang itanong yung legal status ng mga suspected spies. So yung follow-up question ko po doon, siguro kay Director Lavin din, paano nakapasok yung mga taong na iyon, yung mga suspected spies or agents? Paano sila nakapasok in the first place?
Well, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Chair, we would rather defer to, kasi ang point of investigation lang ng NBI from case build-up to arrest and then prosecution, we submit this with the Department of Justice. But on backtracking, I would defer to the Bureau of Immigration. Paano silang pumasok, including maybe the Bureau of Customs on the matter of yung pagpasok ng mga equipment. Because these are simple equipments. Hindi ito yung mga high-end equipments na medyo mainit sa mata. So I would defer to these agencies, Your Honors, Mr. Chair.
Salamat, Director. Sa bagay, binanggit nyo kanina kay Senator Ping na nagko-coordinate na rin po kayo sa BI. Yeah, I do remember that now. And na-anticipate nyo yung isa ko pang follow-up question, nabanggit nyo na rin po yung Bureau of Customs. Kasi yung mga gamit na ito, na ginagamit nila sa signals intelligence or nagagamit sa SIGINT, yun na nga, yung tanong, paano sila nagkaroon yan? So wala po ba tayong measures in place para i-monitor either yung pagbilin yan domestically or pag-import niyan from outside? So yun na po yung sabi niyong kino-cover ngayon ng Bureau of Customs?
That's correct, Your Honors, Mr. Chair. Ang iba dito kasing equipment are as simple as the pieces of equipment that we can acquire or buy or purchase sa mga regular stores, no? Carrying this equipment, electronic equipment. So, madali silang mag-assemble. Magagaling lang talaga sila, Your Honors, Mr. Chair, mag-assemble nito. Depende sa kung paano nilang gagamitin. They have the technical capability, the technical know-how. Kaya yung pinapadala nilang tao dito, yung magagaling. In the case of the COMELEC, nagpalit sila ng tao dito. On the first 2 days of the surveillance operations, nung nakahalata yung isa, lumipad kaagad, hindi namin naabutan. Yung pangalawa ang inabot namin to continue operating the equipment. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Which I guess, yes, Mr. Chair.
Just like to acknowledge the presence of Senator Bato de la Rosa. Please proceed.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. And yung isang huling sinabi nyo, Director, ay halimbawa nung pinag-usapan nyo rin ni Senator Ping earlier na hindi lang pala kapag naaresto, napapalitan naman kaagad, pero makaramdam lang sila na ino-observe nyo sila, maaring umalis na at mapalitan agad. Regarding, sir, the simple equipment na madali namang bilihin sa mga brick and mortar stores natin, wala po bang kahit simple din na measure tulad ng pag-request sa mga stores na ganitong mga gamit na naobserbahan ninyo ay nagagamit na sa mga suspected espionage activities? At least may listahan sila kung kailan at in what quantity, kung hindi man sino ang bumibili. Para kapag meron kayong inimbestigahan ganitong espionage-related or suspected activities, may mababalikan kayong records ng purchases domestically.
Thank you, Your Honors, Mr. Chair. That's a good point, Madam Senator. We will confer with our Computer Crimes Division and Digital Forensic Division on trying to make representations with the business community para lang ma-monitor kung hindi man ma-regulate, no? Para lang at least ma-monitor who are buying what equipment and for what use. Mas maganda rin siguro kung stricter yung regulation and implementation nitong klaseng equipment. para nakalagay sa resibo, nakalagay anong serial number, kung may serial number ito, para madali rin namin ito ma-monitor. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Salamat, Director. Kung nandito po yung Bureau of Immigration, andito po ba sila? Wala pa po. Sige po. Kahit po sa ating National Security Council, kung may kaalaman na po yung council kung paano po nakapasok yung mga suspected spies or suspected agents sa ating bansa, gaya ng sinimula naming pag-usapan ni Director Lavin kanina.
Any representative from the NSC?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, honorable senators. As of the moment, the NSC has no knowledge yet as to the entrance or arrival of suspected spies. Thank you.
Hopefully, ma'am, Mr. Chair, pwede niyo po kaming i-update dahil dumadami na nga po yung ganito pong mga instances, and I'm sure yung ating mga policy making at saka law enforcement bodies ay natututo paano nangyari ito at nagkakaroon ng pamamaraan paano ito mapigilan at paano lalong dumami. Whether you would prefer to advise the committee through the chair in open hearing or like the rather like the AFP in executive session, but please do update our chair and the whole committee, ma'am. Salamat po. So, Chair, I just have a last few questions na hindi pa po nabuksan kanina. Baka po natanong na rin ng 19th Congress, but I just like to add a few more details. Tungkol nga po dito sa recent na nabalitaan natin na Chinese nationals na nakakapagmiyembro sa PCG Auxiliary. So noong 2024 pa lang, na-expose sa pagdinig ng House of Representatives Committee on Transportation yung issue ng pagpasok o infiltration ng foreign individuals sa Philippine Coast Guard. Mismong si PCG Commandant Admiral Ronnie Hill Gavan ay nagsiwalat na may dinelist sila na 36 na Chinese nationals na nakasali sa PCGA, so PCG Auxiliary pala, noong nakaraang administrasyon. Pero nitong linggo lang, may na-delist na isa pang Chinese businessman na naging auxiliary commodore pa. So, tingin ko po, Mr. Chair, hindi na dapat maulit yan. So, ang tanong ko po, how can our laws and policies prevent future foreign infiltration of our uniformed service? Kaya na po ba ng kasalukuyang vetting mechanisms na ma-identify at mapigilan ang posibleng foreign agents, lalo na kung gumagamit sila ng peking mga civic documents or public documents? At nakompromiso na ba kaya nitong Chinese nationals na nakapasok sa PCG Auxiliary ang operational security ng Philippine Coast Guard mismo at pati ng Navy, Mr. Chair? I think the PNP would like to address this. Tama po ba? Or I'm just reading the body language na sila po.
We don't have the...
Good. Thank you. I'm sorry, sir. I advise that there's the Philippine Coast Guard with us this morning.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Captain Fernandez from the Philippine Coast Guard. Right now, we're stepping up our vetting process, especially for the members of the PCGA. I think the last one to be delisted was a Commodore C, which was caught just recently. He was, I think, part of the Coast Guard, entered into the Coast Guard Auxiliary in 2018. Right now, we're finding out that there were Chinese nationals who were enlisted in the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary. This is because the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary is a voluntary service. It's a social-civic organization under the Philippine Coast Guard. Right then, during that time, there were no perceived threats from interference from foreign agents. But right now, we see that there's a creeping intrusion into our security environment or security infrastructure. That's why the Philippine Coast Guard is now stepping up its vetting process in accepting Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary members, sir.
Mr. Chair?
Paano nakalusot yun?
It was 2018, sir. Our PCJ manual then, sir, was not yet that stringent, sir. But right now, sir, we're drafting more stringent measures in how to vet these members of the PCJ. Because the PCJ, sir, during that time, I think even accepted foreign nationals, sir, because this is a social-civic organization, sir. This is not really an organic portion of the Philippine Coast Guard, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, with the permission of Senator Risa.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Senator De La Rosa.
Pwede malaman from Coast Guard. Halimbawa ako, mag-apply ako sa inyo ng magiging auxiliary ba tawag sa inyo? Reservist?
Auxiliary, sir.
Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary. Parang equivalent lang ito sa armed forces na reservist?
No, sir. This is very different, sir. You can compare PCJ as a Rotary Club.
Rotary Club.
Yes, sir. Or a Lions Club, sir. Although they are helping the Philippine Coast Guard with safety functions, sir.
Yeah. Talking about security, kung ang isang auxiliary ba binibigyan ba ninyo ng security clearance?
No, sir.
Kung binibigyan nyo, up to what level?
They don't have any security clearance, sir, because they should not be privy to any law enforcement or security functions of the Philippine Coast Guard. They are just there to help us in safety and environmental protection, sir.
Therefore, can you safely say na kahit sino-sino diyang auxiliary ng Coast Guard ay they are not posing a threat to our national security?
We could not say that categorically, sir, because they are also attending some of our functions. And, sir, intelligence can be gathered from different sources, even from simple conversations. If you are really a well-trained agent, sir, you can gather intelligence.
Kaya, you should be wary about that.
Yes, sir, very, very, sir.
Bantayan ninyo dahil sabi nyo, walang security clearance. So hanggang formation lang sila dyan.
Yes, sir,
Sali-sali
yes, sir.
lang sa activity ninyo.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yun lang kanilang
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
engagement.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Salamat.
Thank you, Senator De La Rosa.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And in fact, Captain, gaya ng pinag-uusapan nyo ni Senator De La Rosa, nakaka-attend nga po sila kahit ng social functions ng Philippine Coast Guard. So, nakaka-fraternize sila, nakaka-develop sila ng relationships, nakaka-develop sila ng level of trust and confidence.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, the mere fact
Mr.
that
Chair.
they are authorized to wear your uniform is already something that is giving them access to your organization, di ba? Naka-uniforme. Uniforme ba sila?
Their uniforms are different from us, sir, because they are not commissioned officers or they are not enlisted personnel, sir. For example, sir, the Boy Scouts, sir, they have uniforms.
Yung auxiliary, iba ang uniform?
Yes, sir, they have different uniforms, sir. They are,
Pag titingnan mo sa malayo, ako, ordinaryong tao ako, ma-differentiate ko kung sinong auxiliary, sinong totoong Coast Guard.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Kumbaga sabi sa pulis, makilala namin kung sinong totoong pulis at sinong pulis-pulisan.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Makilala niya.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay.
They have
Anong
different,
diferensya? Anong
they have
diferensya?
different rank insignias, they have different headgear, sir. They have different sets of uniforms. For the rank, sir, we specifically state that they are PCG auxiliary, sir.
Senator Lacson is whispering me, anong tulong nila sa inyo? Bakit you bother to organize, to recruit, and organize them? Anong maitutulong nila sa inyo?
Most of the auxiliary members, sir, are boat owners or shipping company owners, sir. During search and rescue, sir, we can tap them to use their ships, sir, or their boats for search and rescue, sir.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Senator Risa.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Senator De La Rosa. In fact, I can believe you, Captain, na may mga ilang dayuhang miyembro din yung PCG Auxiliary. Alam mo, mga Europeo, ganyan. But that's not a continent. Those are not countries na gustong i-hit and run yung maliliit na PCG vessels natin sa West Philippine Sea, di ba? And sabi niyo po kanina, and also I know na tumutulong sila halimbawa sa mga international coastal cleanups, lalo na tuwing susunod na buwan, Setyembre. Pero kanina po, Captain, sabi niyo, at that time, wala po kayong perceived threats mula dito sa pagsapi ng mga foreign or even Chinese nationals sa PCG Auxiliary. Pero batid niyo na mula noon na o ngayon pala na maaring may creeping intrusion. And in fact, bakit nga ba pinadelis ni PCG Commandant Gavan last year pa yung 36 na Chinese nationals? And bakit mula noon hindi nga kayo naging mas, hindi man maingat, in fact mas suspicious kung ano ginagawa nitong mga Chinese nationals sa PCGA?
I can only speculate, ma'am, maybe because when we dug deeper into their background, sir, ma'am, I think their citizenship was kind of shaky, ma'am. So it was prudent for us to delist them rather than having them in the list of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary, ma'am.
So hindi ba binackground check din yung at nag-dig deeper dun sa nationality ng lahat ng Chinese nationals na members ng PCGA? Kasi between last year na na-delist yung 36 at ngayon na may Joseph C. nitong linggo lamang na idinidelist din, there's been 12 months.
Yes, ma'am. As you discovered during the Guaping case, ma'am, there are some individuals really holding on to documents that can pass off as legal documents, ma'am. That's why we're really coming up with a process that would really vet these individuals, ma'am.
I really hope so, Captain. At saka kasi kwento ng ibang mga Pilipino na sumapi or gusto pang sumapi sa PCG Auxiliary, actually hirap po silang maka-apply. May matinding vetting process, as should be naman po, para makapasok sila. Pero bakit itong 36 dati or si Mr. C ngayon ay di umanong mga dayuhan naman pala, nationals pa ng isang bansa na nang bupuli sa atin, pero sila nakapasok at nakatanggap pa ng mataas na ranggo. And balita ko nga po, within the PCG Auxiliary, may hierarchies pa. May nagbalita, meron pang mga kung ano-anong parang special unit within, and apparently possibly yung ilan sa mga pinag-uusapan nating mga Chinese nationals ay naging bahagi nun, no?
Senator Risa,
May executive,
anong rango?
Yes,
Anong rango
Mr.
niya?
Chair.
Anong rango nung
Siya po ay honorary commodore.
Commodore?
Eh, yung mga
One star.
Opo, 1 star. Kasing taas ng spokesperson, Tariela. Ganun-ganun lang.
Commodore.
Opo. And you know, Senator Ping knows, para lang makakuha ng 1 star sa totoong mga armed and uniformed services natin, napakahirap at napakataas na tungkulin na ginagampanan. So talagang wow, no, honorary commodore. So, yes, Mr. Chair, just moving on to my next question. Ayun, yung hierarchy na napasukan nitong ilan sa mga ito ay tinatawag na executive squadron. I never heard of such a thing. So bakit may ganon? And lastly po, na kompromiso ba nitong mga nakapasok sa PCG Auxiliary yung operational integrity or security ng PCG mismo at ang Navy?
I'm part of the Weapons Communication and Electronic Information Systems Command, Bob. I would like to ask this to our intelligence officers. Can you give me some time to get back on that, ma'am?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So we will also expect that hopefully by next week. Mr. Chair, sir?
By next week, pwede nyo submit sa committee?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Sir Chair,
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Senator Lacson is asking me to ask kung one daw. Have you seen the movie Dunkirk?
Sir?
Dunkirk. D-U-N-K-I-R-K.
The one World War II movie, sir?
Yeah. Yung ganun na model. Kaya ang gawin natin yan dito sa Coast Guard Auxiliary natin?
I think that is the gist of the organizations or the auxiliaries, sir. Is that if we need ships, we can get them. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So like what Winston Churchill said.
Kung
did,
yun,
sir.
okay, kung yun ang gist, have you conducted simulation exercises?
Not yet,
with
sir.
them? Okay. Kung yun ang gist, ba't hindi nyo ginagawa?
What we are doing, sir, is search and rescue.
No, I mean on a large scale basis. Ano?
Not yet, sir.
Parang simulation, halimbawa nagkaroon ng aggression,
Evacuation from ano, sir.
active aggression sa West Philippine Sea. Eh kung wala kayong simulation exercises, paano nyo sila immobilize?
Yes, sir. We will try to do that.
Thank
sir.
you.
Mr. Chair, if I'm just to one more point before Sen. Rafi would like to interject. Yung kasasabi lang po, Captain, ni Senator Ping, labaw ilang taon na rin na with the partnership, I'm grateful for that, ng Philippine Coast Guard, gumagawa ng mga atin ito, civilian missions sa West Philippine Sea. Hindi ko pa narinig na yung PCG Auxiliary ay nakasama. Sana po makasama sila. At nabanggit nyo nga po, boat owners, yacht owners, itong mga PCG Auxiliary. Ilang taon din naming inaawitan na yung mga yate, may-ari ng yate na tawag nito, naka-dock lang sa Manila Yacht Club, Subic Yacht Club. Bakit hindi kaya sila maging mas kapakipakinabang, sumali sa ganyang mga civilian missions para i-assert yung Philippine sovereignty sa West Philippine Sea? Just for the record, Mr. Chair. And I think Sen. Rafi would like
Thank
to
you,
interject,
Senator
Mr.
Risa.
Chair.
Senator Rafi, you have the floor.
Itong tanong ko, ilang beses ko na naitanong to sa previous hearings. This is directed to our military sa AFP. Bakit pinayagan na magkaroon ng tower ang isang Chinese telecommunication company sa loob mismo ng Camp Aguinaldo? Hindi nyo ba nabit ito? Why was it allowed? And I've been asking this question time and time again, but nobody can give me the correct answer that people are expecting from you guys in the military. Kasi tower to yung telecommunication tower. Sa loob mismo ng Camp Aguinaldo, pwedeng yun ay nakaka-receive ng signal from the military kung ano yung mga pinag-usapan doon, ano yung mga activities, pwede mag-eavesdrop or something to that effect. Any other activities kayang ma-monitor nila through the signal sa loob ng Camp Aguinaldo. So why was it allowed?
Mr. Chair, Your
Yeah,
Honor,
Asik.
good morning. Your Honor, I do not have personal knowledge as to the tower po, but maybe we can provide you a detailed explanation, if any. We'll just consult with those offices actually handling the subject.
Pero ASEC Lawrence, last year and the year before that, I've been asking that question from the military and the DND. Bakit pinayagan at hindi ako nabibigyan pa rin ng tamang sagot up to now? Why?
Yeah.
Ba't nyo inaalaw yon na We're talking about espionage here, right? This is our main topic here. Pero ba't natin pinayagan yung isang Chinese telecommunication company na magkaroon ng tower sa loob mismo ng Camp Aguinaldo?
Mr. Chair, again, Mr. Chair, I'm not privy to the construction of a tower within Camp Aguinaldo.
Hindi mo alam, DND ka sa loob mismo ng Camp Aguinaldo?
I do not have personal knowledge po, Mr. Chair, but if you can allow us like a few days to come up with a detailed explanation and we can present it personally.
So next year ulit, sa pag-hearing natin next year, I'm gonna ask the same question and then you guys or anybody from the military will say or DND na I'll get back to you. Ganun ba palaging sagot? Kasi yun ang sinagot niyo sa akin noon eh. Ngayon, same answer na naman.
We'll come up with a detailed explanation before the weekends, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Before the weekends.
Sana makabigay kayo ng magandang kasagutan kung bakit inalaw yon in the first place. And then pangalawa, kung iniisip natin na pwedeng gamitin ng China yon para mag-spy sa atin, ba't hindi natin patanggalin na lang yon?
Well noted
Pwede
po
naman sila magpwesto sa ibang lugar, ba't sa loob mismo ng kampo militar?
well noted po yung concern nyo, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, and we'll include it in our detailed explanation, which we hope to submit before the weekends, Mr. Chair.
Okay. And this one is directed to the immigration maybe? NBI? Wala. NBI. Kasi isa sa mga wino-worry natin paano nakapasok itong mga Chinese spies at na paano nakapasok yung mga equipment nila, spying equipments. Binabantayan niyo ba yung tinatawag na chartered planes, yung mga private planes na pumapasok sa bansa? Kasi I know for a fact, in fact, I've been saying this all along, many times already, na wala silang processing center. Unlike sa mga regular commercial passengers na dadaan ka sa immigration, pipila ka, maraming katanungan and all, pati yung bagahe mo dadaan sa x-ray bago pumunta sa carousel, kukunin mo. Pero pag sumakay ka ng private plane, chartered plane, iba-bypass mo lahat yun. Hindi ka, ang mismong taga-customs and immigration pupunta mismo sa loob ng aeroplano mo or doon sa hangar para doon ka i-process yung dokumento mo and then wala na inspection sa mga gamit. Ito ba yung namomonitor nyo, NBI, sir?
Thank you, good Senator. Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the good Senator, I cannot competently answer on that as that is not within the mandate of the NBI. However, we try to do backtracking once there is already an arrest. And it's only while it's already late in the day, medyo huli na, that's the only time we would know na medyo may lapses. But again, it's not within the competence of the NBI, Your Honors, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
So maybe yung NICA, National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, are you guys monitoring itong, minomonitor nyo ba yung lahat ng mga chartered plane coming from China or any other countries for that matter, na lahat ng pumapasok dito, monitored sila? Kasi, again, sinabi ko na kanina, hindi na sila pumipila sa immigration. Yung immigration mismo, punta sa kanila, daladalang cellphone para i-check doon sa center kung valid ba itong passport, and then ganun na, wala na interview, nothing. And then yung mga gamit nila, hindi na inspection. Pwede sila magdala ng granada, pwede sila magdala ng M203. I'm just being sarcastic because nobody inspects their luggage. I know that for a fact. Di ba? Dapat ito yung mga minomonitor nyo. I've been saying this all along. Sabi nangako sa akin si RSA kasi silang nagmamalas ngayon sa NAIA na maglalagay sila ng isang building doon na para ipoprocess nga ito mga passengers from chartered plane. Pero up to now, it is not being done. So if it is being done for whatever reason, siguro dyan papasok yung NICA, Immigration, NBI, i-monitor nyo lahat ng pumapasok ng mga foreign nationals using chartered plane because dyan pwede makalusot yung mga spy, pwede sila magdala ng mga gadget nila, what have you. It's easy na may pasok yun. Namomonitor nyo ba itong Confucius Institute of the Philippines?
Mr. Chair, yes, Mr. Chair, and with the indulgence of the good Senator, can we submit our report na lang po on the matter?
Why not say it now? You want executive session for this?
Yes, sir. We would request for an executive session.
Pero minomonitor nyo.
We do,
Kasi
Mr.
pwede
Chair.
magamit ito eh.
We do, Mr. Chair. I'm sorry, we do, the good Senator, sir.
And then minomonitor nyo ba yung mga vlogger, influencer sa social media na ginagamit ng China para siraan yung Pilipinas, para influence yung pag-iisip ng mga Pilipino at papabor sa China at magagalit sa gobyerno natin? You guys are monitoring them? Marami sa kanila sa TikTok, marami sa kanila sa Facebook.
Yes, Your Honor. We also have monitoring on these vloggers and those who post comments that is not in the interest of the Philippines. And we can also discuss that in an executive session, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.